My name's Tyler Granko. I've been selling on eBay for about a year now. I just wanted to tell my story about how I got started and a couple fun experiences I've had during the process. I'm a college student, so I needed a job that was really flexible, so I didn't want to go out and sign up for your regular job where you had to clock in and they told you how long you had to be there and kind of controlled your time. So I was looking for something really flexible, and so I went online and was looking around on YouTube about how to make money from home. And I ran into a couple sellers who sold on eBay full time. That was their career. They told me that they made a living doing that, and I was intrigued. I was only looking for something that would pay me $10,000 on the side so I could get my homework done and spend time with my family, and so I jumped right in. I decided I wanted to sell clothing, so I went out and I bought a ton of clothes the first couple weeks. And my family was really hesitant. They didn't really think that they would sell that fast, and I was spending a lot of money on used clothes. But sure enough, as soon as I posted them, within that day, I had a couple sales, and it just kept continuing. And to my amazement, these clothes were moving. Sure, I made a million mistakes at the beginning, bought a ton of clothes that nobody wants, and so I redonated that back. But it was a great learning experience. I really learned, what kind of clothes sell real fast, and I was able to get really efficient at that. But one of my favorite experiences to this day was a pair of shoes that I found. And my family, my friends still, every time they see me say, I still can't believe, that story about the shoes. So I just want to share that with you guys real quick. When I was watching those YouTube videos, they said you want to find things that are really unique, things that stand out. Those are the things that people want. And so I walked into the thrift store one day and I found these really bright red shoes. It looked like they were scaly. And so I was like, hey, $30, not too bad of a loss if I don't sell them. So I decided to pick them up. I took them home and was doing a little bit of research on them. Found out they were an Italian brand. I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. And found out they had a store over there in Europe and then a store over here in the US. And come to find out, these shoes sold brand new for $3,600. I could not believe it. I was like, did I just find a gem, a treasure at the thrift store? Those stories that everybody tells, that they find these things, I could not believe it. And so I did a little more research, and sure enough, I had found a pair of Italian shoes that were made of snake skin. And so I posted them on eBay. Mine were a little worn. A couple of the scales were coming off, but I posted out for $2,000 just for fun, because there was one other pair out there. They wanted $3,500, but they were brand new. And so I waited a little bit. I had a lot of interest with them. A lot of people asked me a lot of questions, but they wanted, just a couple $100s for the shoes. But I knew these things were pretty rare, and they were a limited edition pair of shoes. And so over time, I lowered the price a little bit down to $1,400. And one Saturday morning, I woke up and I had an offer for the shoes for $1,000. And I couldn't believe it. I bought these shoes for $30. And so I, of course, accepted the offer right away. And I didn't expect the guy to pay. He didn't really have very much feedback. He had like 5 feedback. And I said, okay, well, he's probably not going to pay, but it would have been a great story. But within an hour, boom, he paid $1,000 into my PayPal account. And, I was so excited. And when his name popped up, I didn't know who it was, but then the address told me to ship it to an NFL football stadium. And I was like, wait, what? Did I just sell these to an NFL football player? And so I looked up his name, and sure enough, he was tight end for an NFL football team. And I could not believe it that I had sold these shoes to him. So I took a picture with my, wearing these shoes and shipped them off. And followed this guy on Instagram because I knew I was hoping at least he would post a picture of himself wearing these shoes. And sure enough, a week later, he took a picture of himself wearing these shoes at a sporting event. And I was overjoyed. I showed everybody; they could not believe it. And so I'm taking my picture with these shoes and his picture. I'm putting them together and putting it in a frame and putting like $1,000 at the bottom. But that was just so incredible. I bought these shoes for $30 at the thrift store, turned them around, sold them for $1,000. To this day, it still amazes everybody, still amazes me. That's been my best sell by far, but ever since then, that was my 3rd month in on eBay, and I've been hooked ever since. It's just been so fun. And I've had so many other fun experiences with people contacting me saying, oh, I've been looking for this for years, or hey, this is for my son's birthday, this is going to make his gift. I've sold so many things to parents who have, had graduates from colleges. They bought them clothes or got accepted to college, or their parents were wearing that apparel to their son's college graduation, or they got accepted to college. It's just been so fun having people send me their stories about how the clothing that I bought has made a difference for their lives. And it's just been so fun. And I've also had the opportunity to sell to Hollywood once. They contacted me. They needed one of my water toys for a prop for one of their TV sitcoms they were doing. And so it's just been awesome, the many experiences I've been able to have. And it's been helping me to learn and grow as a person as well. I've been able to learn how to effectively communicate with people, solve problems, and make money. And it's been awesome. I've had the time that I've needed to be able to get my homework done and spend time with my family. And I get to work from home. I'm working here in the basement, so it's awesome. I've been given the freedom that I've been needing, and help pay my bills. So thank you, eBay, and I look forward to many more years of selling.